Are expert witnesses needed for simple car accident cases? Well, if it's a very, very simple case, low impact, rear end collision, not much happening, probably the answer could be no. But what about a more complex case or a case that has significant injuries and damages? Well, yeah, experts could be really helpful. So we'll run through a few of the experts that somebody's going to use in their case briefly here. So anyway, an expert is a professional with some sort of specialized knowledge in a specialized field, and they can provide important evidence to support a claim. Very common, medical experts. A medical expert is going to be somebody that can talk about the injuries, the extent of the injuries, the treatment required, any future treatment that's going to be required, potentially the cost of that future treatment, and how the injuries affected a person's life. The second kind of expert that's pretty common is a vocational rehabilitation expert, voc rehab, and these folks look at a person's ability to do their job, to work. And so if there's a severe injury, somebody might not be able to work for a while, and that's what the vocational rehab person is going to look at. Or maybe they were a construction worker or some sort of a very specialized worker that now cannot do their job anymore. So the voc rehab person is going to look at, okay, what are they going to do in the future? What's their wage loss like? They're going to look at a bunch of different facts and provide calculations that's going to be helpful to determine what the actual damages are for the case. The third kind of expert's an accident reconstructionist. This person's going to look at the evidence from the crash scene, from the vehicles. They're going to look at witness statements. They're probably going to look at the car's black box or EDR, event data recorder, download the information, which will talk about the vehicle's speed, braking, and other factors that occurred, right before the crash. And their analysis can be very helpful to determine who's at fault. And then fourth, if appropriate, there might be an engineer. An engineer can be used to assess any sort of vehicle defects that might have contributed to the crash, or if there's problems with the roadway, the engineers are going to be looking at the roadway and how that may or may not have contributed to the crash as well. And then finally, an economist is often retained because what they'll do is they'll look at the actual damages numbers, and if somebody has a lot of damages that go into the future, they may put a present value on that to make it a number that a jury or a judge, whoever the finder of fact is, can actually look at and say, okay, these are what the damages are today and in the future, and be able to put together a number based on some sort of rational science. If you're in Nevada and you've got questions about experts for your personal injury case, please feel free to click below and give me a call or drop me an email.